Matthew 26 tells us that when Jesus got to the Garden of Gethsemane, that he took Peter, James, and John with him, and as they separated from the rest of the group, that he began to be sorrowful and troubled. And then he said to his three friends, "My soul is very sorrowful, even to death. Remain here and watch," or keep awake with me. The Greek word that's used to describe Jesus' sorrow is perilopos. It means to be grieved all around. It is a grief with intensity. It is a grief that is so strong that it feels like the grief itself might kill you. Now, here's what I want you to notice. It's not Matthew that says this about Jesus. It's Jesus who says it to his friends. Matthew tells us he was sorrowful, but Jesus is quoted as saying, "I am very sorrowful even to death." And then he asks them, he says, "Stay awake with me." If Jesus knew he needed help, doesn't that mean he knows how to help us? If Jesus felt grief to the point of death, doesn't he know how to handle our grief? If Jesus felt loneliness to the point of being left alone by his friends, doesn't he know how to deal with our loneliness? Sometimes we think, how could Jesus be enough? How could Jesus know? How could Jesus understand? That's what Gethsemane is trying to teach us, that he felt all of our grief. He felt all of our sorrow. He felt all of our weight, even to the point of thinking that the grief itself may kill him before he even could get to the cross to die for us. And so if Jesus knows that weight, he knows how to help with our weight. Matthew chapter 7 verse 12 says, "Do to others as you would have them do to you." Jesus called for his friends in his dark hour, which means he knows how to be a friend when we're in our darkness. Jesus asked for intercession in his difficulty, which means that he knows how to intercede. Jesus asked for help on that last night, which means he knows how to be a helper. If you need it, Jesus knows how to give it because he has needed it first. That's what Gethsemane is trying to teach us. It's not just this simple thing of, oh, wow, look how hard the cross was. No, look how compassionate he is. Look how gentle he is. Look at how he sets his own feelings aside so that he can enter into ours on our behalf. Matthew says that Jesus then went a little bit further and that he fell on his face. Doesn't mean he got down on his knees. It means he fell on his face. He collapsed under the weight of the moment. And he prayed, "My Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as you will."